Okay, so back going on the trade now. Um, this was on. It's a bit of a different one today. This was on my 10k fivers phase one evaluation. So that's proper account. It said only phase one, so not particularly far in at this point in time. But got us to break even. Worked out being I think 2.23R. It was. I've not executed on on TradingView. It was on MT5, and there's a little bit of difference between this broker and the broker that the five is used. So there's a few discrepancies, but it's largely similar. So on the daily, came up, took our previous day high. I do think we are going to go up this week. You've seen the weekly, taking out this previous week low, and traded to this fair value gap. However, to the previous day, scaled onto the 4 hour. You can see we were in this fair value gap. Okay, trading into this 4 hour gap, into this 4 hour odd block as well. And then the move I was looking for really, so we had this high created here, we broke down, we traded back up into the fair value gap. On the 15-minute as well, we had this fill in here, okay, and then we broke down again, touching this fairly closely. We then came back up into this fair value gap, as you can see, filled that. On the 1 minute, it's annoying, he's a reset. 1 minute, really nice entry there. So you can see we took up this high, which aligned with our higher time frame bias. We set our entry to, it was this here. So you see this odd block, which is we had a change state level. We traded away from traded back up, literally tapped it, and then broke down to my drawn liquidity, which was at the time, I think, on my broker, a 4 hour gap. Oh, actually, no, sorry, it was a 1 hour order block in this leg here. I think due to time difference with where my broker is based, you don't get quite the same effect, but there was an order block in here, which there still somewhat is, to be fair, but it was more prominent on mine. However, my entry on my broker was not quite as clean as it was on TradingView. You can see here it's like all kind of up candles, all bull candles, whereas on my broker there was a few down close candles. However, I still thought it'd be a valid order block, and so yeah, we took the trade, targeting that order block. Took us a while to get tapped in. You can see, well, the one we got tapped in, ripped down, consolidated, and then came all the way down. I mean, we've been trending lower ever since, but I hit my target. That's all that really matters to me. And so I think on my broker it was 2.23R, something like that, give or take. As I said, I'm not too bothered about the numbers, it's more just consistency, and that now takes us back to break even on the phase one, which is good. Hopefully we start bulking that account up again. So another thing I did use today, actually, interestingly, is the dollar index. I mean, they're all going to be pretty similar, but let's go to the top one. So obviously with GU being a pair, I was looking to see, because if I was going short, that would mean that the dollar was strengthening, or the pound was weakening. However, I don't have an actual index for pound. So with the dollar strengthening, you can see, because it's a ratio, that's what's driving the price of, or the conversion rate of GU up. So as this increases, GBP/USD goes down, unless of course the pound is weakening at a similar rate that the dollar is strengthening. So I was using this, I was referring back to this around again. I think it was around this time here. I was looking for a trade, see we were running up, and that was another thing for me. I had a feeling that price would be looking to target this market weekend open, the kind of opening gap between market close on Friday and market open on Sunday. So I had a feeling price would be trading to here. I was roughly in here. We'd also filled this gap here, so there was plenty of kind of there was plenty of confirmation on the dollar index that suggested to me that we were also going to continue to push up, certainly until this level here. So that gave me plenty of confirmation, and with obviously with what we had earlier on, well, that's another trade. Two different brokers, I mean. the one I normally use. Anyway, so yeah, with that kind of hourly here into this order block, 4-hour order block, broke down, filled the hourly gap here. 15-minute, retraced into this fair value gap, broke down, scaled down to 5. Got a nice fill in here, and at the same time tapped into the 1 minute order block. But it was really this sweep here I was looking at. So we got the sweep, broke down, filled, 1 minute, really, really nice, tidy entry. I can find it now. Here you are. So yeah, quite happy with the trade today. You can see a little bit of a bearish emotion, say there. But yeah, otherwise really happy with that trade, and I will try and do this a bit more if I can find out a more efficient way to do this, because it is a bit of a pain. However, any thoughts, let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Appreciate it.